Hello, and you all have been waiting of what's been of what you've been waiting for. The game console that you had been waiting for is finally here. The Nintendo 3DS. As you can see, the Nintendo 3DS is a new way of gaming. You can use you see the Nintendo 3DS, like I said, is a better way of gaming in 3D styled games, such as, well, Pilot, Pilot Wing, Pilot Wing Resort. You can't see it. Well, maybe the screen's too bright. Just let me do something. Maybe I could help you guys for it. Oops. Like I said, Pilot Wing Resort. Also, the Nintendo 3DS contains an item that you all must have seen a little bit. It is called the 3D depth slider. You can slide it down or up to change the levels of your 3D. What I have here are cards that you might use for gaming, such as this application you'll have in your 3DS called the AR games. Oops. Like I said, AR games. AR games you use these special kind of cards like these. This you always have to use, but you can't keep them bent. You have to keep them thin, because if you keep them bent, it might not work out well. You also have another deck of 5 cards. You have the Pikmin from Olimar, Mario, Toon Link, Samus, and last but not least, Kirby. All those cards you can use right after you do your first part of the AR games, Archery. Well, pretty much right after you beat the dragon. So once you use these cards, you'll be able to experience a whole new way of gaming. What's also back in action are the Miis. From the Wii Mii channel, the Mii Maker is back in action. You can make your Miis and you can use them to meet people, but not yet. When other people have a Nintendo 3DS, you can use Street Pass Mii Plaza. You can use it to pass people, and plus all the things that you can do on Street Pass Mii Plaza. Well, you'll see in a minute. Just please wait. Okay. The new things that you use in the 3DS, such as your Mii, the settings, and games, and you see the arrow right there? That is to go to the Plaza Gate to meet other Miis. Well, people that are near you that have a 3DS. You have to turn it off and go to sleep mode, and then that's when you'll meet the Miis. The play mode is when you do a game like Puzzle Swap or Find Me. Starting off with Puzzle Swap, you do like a little thing such as a puzzle. You collect pieces to make a 3D picture. So that way you can obviously be pretty fun. When you press A, usually you'll see these things that say this: collect new pieces, get a piece with a Nintendo 3DS sign as a coin, and view collected pieces, and go back. As you can see your Mii right there, known as mine. But if you try to do this, it's not really gonna work out well, because it says this. It will say, "Oh no, looks like you haven't met anyone on the road recently. Try to meet as many Mii characters as you can as you can via a street pass. Use 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 play coins to get new pieces for panels you started. And obviously, try this and get a piece. And the last one is view collected pieces. So far, you'll only start with one. It's a Super Mario Galaxy 2 picture. It's a Super Mario Galaxy 2 puzzle piece. And once you get all of them, once you get all 15 of them, you'll get a 3D picture. It'll be pretty cool. That reminds me. Here's a little game that I played since I got 3DS. Face Raiders. Face Raiders is a game that you have to take someone's picture, and you use the A button to shoot at these faces, and then there will be a boss. Right after you defeat the boss, you will get the face and add them to your face collection. And the more levels you earn, the better you'll get on playing it. Moving on, you'll still have the two DSi things, such as Nintendo 3DS camera and sound. They also added the activity log. And as you also perform a 3DS system update, you'll get this at your screen. The White Knuckles OK Go. As we continue moving on with this, well, they still have the DS download play, but don't think it's like the old one that you see on your DS or DS Lite or DSi or DSi XL. You see, there are two DS download parts you can do. One will be Nintendo 3DS download play, and the other, same as since on all the past Nintendo DS systems, there will be the original DS download play. Well, as you can see, there are quite a few addings and changes also. I'll be right back for a minute. You see, this is my DSi. Compared to my 3DS, you might notice a few differences onto my 3DS and DSi systems. One is that they have, well, usually the past objects on a PSP, the controller stick, the D-pad, still the A, X, Y, and B buttons. They moved the power button instead of the left to the right. They changed the start and select buttons to over here, and they added the home button from the Wii. You see? The home button. The home button. They put the home button here, well, as I'm using it right now. They still have the system settings, like always, obviously. And usually, soon as they perform a Nintendo 3DS update, they'll put the Nintendo 3DS eShop. And you'll do DSiWare still. And you can get the old Game Boy games, such as Super Mario Land and all the other things. Well, it seems it's almost time, but let me give you a little sneak peek on Pilot Wings Resort. Just wait for a minute. This always comes up if you ask. With the Nintendo 3DS, it will always come out if you ask. So, you might know it's in, but it'll be good. Eye-popping, isn't it? Like always, you play as your Mii in Pilot Wings Resort. So So if you ever think about playing Piolet when you resort, you should definitely try it out.